Hi everyone, I'm Puffpoff, and I'm one of the panel cleaners for this manga dub. This video is going to be me kind of explaining my process and probably going on some tangents along the way, like I do. Very in character of me. Um, anyway, this video I originally made because a lot of the other panel cleaners were very surprised about how I cleaned panels because, as you can probably see here, I don't redraw a lot of the stuff. I actually copy and paste it from other panels or from the panel itself, especially with when things are mirrored, like in this one. But this kind of started out because I didn't have any good brushes. So this helped me make sure the lines were kind of the same density or color, stuff like that, because that's something I'm very nitpicky about, especially when it's my own work. It also helps with things like the shading, texture, stuff like that I can't really recreate with a brush. I can just copy and paste it or use a mask or clipping layer of some sort to then put over it, because some of our amazing panel cleaners have made some masks that are very helpful in situations like this. Although I did not use them for this in particular because there wasn't a lot of shadow stuff I had to do. Luckily, I'm very glad about that because it's like my least favorite part. I think this panel is for. So I just put I hate it here because I was struggling a lot with that particular section. I think that's like the last thing I do. I go back to that very end because I'm just like, I can't do this right now. Anyway, this is from episode 5, I believe. I think. I'm gonna look really dumb if it's not. Listen, my job is not the script. My job is to clean the art. I'm very bad at remembering the order of the events in the Promised Neverland, which probably isn't very good. But you know what? People don't come to me for my brains. I do not have those. I'm an artist. That's all I got. Anyway, I'm sorry if this video is very fast, like the time lapse itself, and if there's a lot of flashing images. I did this all in one sitting, and it's must have taken, I don't know, it was a lot longer than it usually takes me, like maybe 4 hours. And so I had to speed this up a lot, but I tried to make it still coherent, I guess. The length probably wasn't helped by the fact that I was watching a 2 hour long YouTube video about Homestuck while cleaning this. If you don't know what that is, good. You're lucky. Anyway, back to the actual panel cleaning. This part was very difficult because I didn't have any good references of what was happening at the bottom of this, like, Dr. Eggman pod that Norman is in. I looked around the chapter where this panel is from, and I couldn't really find anything. I assumed there would be a base at the bottom, then I tried drawing one, and the angle was all messed up. It just kind of looked weird, so I opted for a floating egg that still looks weird, but not as weird as the base does. And this angle of this egg pod was very, very strange, so it was very difficult. But it looks better than I thought it would. And if you're questioning why it's floating, just don't worry about it. It's science. Science and anime logic. Just ignore it. It's fine. The thing that was most annoying about this panel in particular, and a few of the ones in Goldie Pond as well, specifically like the windmill stuff, is that they're very processed, I guess. I think it's just because they include a lot of man-made objects, which are more difficult for me. I like cleaning panels like the forests and stuff, where there are lots of trees, because trees, they have to make sense, but they make less sense than they don't have to be straight lines. They don't have to be as cohesive, especially the trees on the way to Goldie Pond, I believe, that are kind of like melty and don't make any sense whatsoever. You can just kind of fumble around and it works. You just kind of blob it in. I really like that because I can just make stuff up. I don't have to worry about getting references or anything, which is my favorite. I love being lazy. Anyway, I'm finally tackling this little section because I finished everything else, and I was like, great. Now I have to do the hard part. I have to do my job. Dang it. It's not what I signed up for. The angle of this room was very strange to get, because it's a circle, and also something that happens in a lot of panels in The Promised Neverland is that it's almost like you're looking at them through a fisheye lens, where things are kind of curved on the edges of the panels, which make things very weird when you're trying to clean them or expand them or stuff like that, because you start to realize that the perspective does not make any sense, which, again, it's something you don't realize until you actually look into it and start redrawing it and stuff, and you're like, dang, this is strange. This does not make any sense. But this isn't even a fisheye lens, this is just how this room is, unfortunately. But this is the only panel, I believe, knock on wood, of this room, which is good, because I did not like this room. I swear, this project is really fun. I had a really fun time. It's just this room in particular gets on my nerves. I have a personal vendetta against this room. The episode with this panel has not come out yet at the time of recording this, so hopefully our editor will make it look better than it actually is. Anyway, that is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it.